Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf, a biker's life less ordinary. Okay, so I'm actually on a trail here, just going to go down there on this very short trail actually, but it's always been a bit of a pig, especially during the winter. You get a lot of 4x4s coming down here, it gets quite rutted. So this is a classic case of should you sit on the bike or should you stand on the pegs and make that decision as you go along. Well, first of all, it's what you're comfortable in doing, and also it's about how you can control the bike as well. But if you're going slowly, then you can sit down absolutely fine, and sometimes, especially if it's slimy or really deep rutted and you're not too sure about the bike, how heavy it is, whether it's going to react or whether you're going to lose it, being sat down, having your feet closer to the ground and you can act as stabilizers, that actually works out a lot better, especially for those a little bit inexperienced. Okay, so this is about really making the right decision, saving yourself and the bike in conditions that you're not too sure about. Now, you could just turn around, of course, but sometimes you get into a situation you think, I'm going to have to get out of it. So let's go and ride it, and I'll talk my way through it, and I'll talk about the different options as we're going through. Right, catch you on the other side. RevelatorAlf. Right, off we go. So you can see, I'm looking at the trail ahead here, and you see, well, it's relatively compact, but I can see 4x4s have gone either side of it. But it's still hard and compact and still relatively dry. But up ahead now, look, I can see it's quite rutted, quite cut up. But there is a decent channel in the road where the 4x4 has been, which I can go through. So I'm still sat on the bike, but here, sort of putting my feet down because I'm not too sure. Let's just give it a little bit of a wobble, going on the drier stuff wherever I can, avoiding the sort of the big rutted stuff, going to stick close to the hedge. And I can see it's relatively dry here, so still sat down. I'm sat down here more because the branches are sort of hanging low here. Anyway, so just keep on going. Now up on the pegs a little bit, just to get a bit of weight on the front tyre. It's not about observation here, this is more about, it's a little bit slimy, so I'm going to sit back down again because of this low branch here and low leaves. Back again. And again, I'm sticking to the wheel mark because that's where it's sort of compacted, and also a lot of the time that's the lowest part of the track, so that's where you're naturally going to sink to or slip into anyway, so you might as well just stay there. Having a good look ahead, analysing what the trail is like ahead, and that will determine whether you should continue or not. Now here, look, there's some kind of mound up ahead. Let's see what this is like. I can also see there's a bit around the outside. Now let's go and have a bit of fun here, shall we? Just go up ahead, whoop, and then over. And there we go, this is the end of the trail. Right, as you saw there, you know, it got a little bit muddy. Okay, nothing too challenging, I grant you, but you can already start making the decisions. You're making comparisons between flat, dry, compacted trails, really wild trails. It's all of a sudden where it starts to get a little bit cut up, where you have to start making decisions, whether you decide to stand up on the pegs, where you sit down. You know, do you feel comfortable or not? Okay, let's sit down, put your feet down a little bit, act as stabilizers, and then try and eke your way along, making the right decision to take the bike on the path of least resistance. That's kind of what you want to aim for. Yeah, by all means, if you really want to start challenging yourself and putting the bike, you know, in the most difficult situations, absolutely nothing wrong with that. I do that all the time myself, but I'm talking as a general rule, you know, keep it simple, stupid. Just you know, because you're out in the boonies, you're out in the wild. If you're especially out riding by yourself, it's probably not a good idea. Go, you know, riding with somebody else. But you know, if you can take the easier path, it's going to be better for you. Make those decisions of where the bike wants to go. Get the feedback from the bike. Look at the soil, see if it's slippery or not. Is it wet or not? And how rutted it is, and that will determine whether you make a go, no go decision or whether you come back. Right, catch you on the next video, whenever that is. Cheers now.